This refrigerator right here costs $160. This refrigerator right here, although quite a bit larger and a different name brand, costs almost $900. Now, I've been using this SetPower fridge now for a few weeks, and I think I finally have an opinion. Let's dive right on in. Normally, when I review gear, I look for gear that helps solve a problem. And in this case, I was just curious. I've been using powered refrigerators now for years, and I really wasn't sure, how would a $160 refrigerator hold up? I'm pretty impressed. The build quality of this is very, very good. And it is definitely a high quality polymer plastic. But what's different about this particular type of polymer and plastic is that it doesn't feel like super cheap, like playground slide material. It's actually quite hard and robust. I mean, this is going to definitely take blows and dents and dings and things like that really, really, really well. And one thing I really noticed immediately upon inspecting it is that the door only opens on the one side here, with the side that has the scan codes for the app, which I'll show a little bit later. You can reverse the lid to either side, but it doesn't open from both sides, one or the other side independently. You have to open it from the one side, but you can flip this lid all the way around. And then one thing I really, really liked about this was that the handles are integrated inside the unit. They're built in. They're not an external thing with a hinge on it that can risk breaking. They're nice and deep so you can get a really good firm grip on it. I mean, this is not going to go anywhere when you're hauling it around, which you probably wouldn't do anyways. I would definitely just bolt this down and leave it. It's got a nice little digital display here. Good texture. And on the inside, it comes with this little divider that you'll see. Now you can fill this up with water or whatever else and keep this in here so it'll help keep your stuff cold, and even give you like a little two compartment sort of divider if you need that. I haven't been using that. I've just been keeping it in here to keep my drinks from rolling around for the most part. So I take this with me everywhere. It stays in the back of the Jeep full time. We take it camping. I take it to work. It's awesome for all kinds of stuff. It's actually fairly compact, and I would have a lot easier time trying to lug this in and out of a vehicle. If you're not keeping it in the back of your vehicle permanently, this would definitely be a lot easier to handle. And it is an amazing, great fridge for any entry-level overlander who's just starting a build, who's building on a budget, or who doesn't want to spend $1,000 or more on a refrigerator that does the exact same thing. This refrigerator comes with two different plugs. It comes with a traditional 12-volt barrel plug or a cigarette outlet plug, and it also comes with this little converter power box here where you can plug it into the actual wall of your house or a traditional outlet like that, and then it'll convert it to 12 volt and you can just plug it right into the fridge that way. All right, it's time to plug this thing in and see how much it's gonna pull. I've actually got my own little power bank here. Now, I don't normally run this off of a power bank. I actually plug this into the back of my Jeep, and I have power system built into there, but I'm gonna plug it into this little power bank here so that I can see how much watts it's actually pulling when it's initially trying to start up, and what its like normal operating wattage or ampage pull would be. I have it on max cooling at the moment, and I've turned it down as low as it'll go in temperature. It looks like the lowest this will go is -4 degrees Fahrenheit. It's currently pulling at about 30-35 watts or so. Now, obviously, when you first plug this in or first turn it on, it's definitely going to be pulling a lot more wattage than what it will be once it's actually at its normal operating temperature. Then its wattage draw will be quite a bit lower than what it is currently. My initial thought with this lid type system was that with this weird sort of latching thing that it's got going on here, I was worried that these plastic hooks here eventually would wear out, or that it wouldn't seal down enough to keep the lid compressed and allowing the cool air to escape. But that actually doesn't seem like that's happening. So I'm actually really impressed with the lid. And it's super smooth to operate. This thing is incredibly quiet. You almost can't hear it running at all. I mean, I have to get my ear literally right up against it to hear this thing running. So there's no way that when I'm camping or sleeping inside my rooftop tent that I'm gonna hear this thing kick on or run or anything like that.
For iOS and Android, I'm not sure if there's a difference in the way the icon actually looks, but once you scan the QR code that's on the actual refrigerator itself, you'll get access to the app. And then once you open the app, you're gonna come to a screen that's similar to like this. You'll have to make an account, you'll log in. It's really, really simple. And then it uses the Bluetooth. So once you've registered your refrigerator, You can see, you can check everything just straight from the app itself. So you can put it on eco mode, you can put it on max temperature mode, you can check out more settings for it if you want to, change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. You can change the temperature. You can see there its working range is -4 degrees all the way up to 68 degrees. I tend to leave mine around 35, 36 or so. Now this one is a single zone refrigerator that can freeze or refrigerate. It is not a dual zone refrigerator, even with the divider in the middle. The app is pretty straightforward and simple. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's super easy to set up, super easy to connect to the refrigerator, and it works perfectly. And sometimes what I even do is I like to check the refrigerator every once in a while I'm in my house when it hits my mind and I just want to make sure that my stuff is staying nice and cold. I can pull up the app and check and see what the temperature of the refrigerator is at. You can also do this at camp. Doesn't require any internet services or anything because it works through Bluetooth.
Now, just like many other 12-volt refrigerators, you can also get a fridge slide. You can also get a fridge cover. You can even get an external battery that you can run it off of so that you can take it away from your vehicle and put it out at your camp or down at your tent or something like that if you'd like to. I use them both just so that it's pulling off the battery and then it recharges off my truck. But I mean, all in all, I'm thoroughly impressed with this unit. It's been pretty awesome to use. It's been super easy to use. It was incredibly easy to set up. I mean, right out of the box. After you, I mean, of course, make sure it's setting up for 24 hours before you plug it in. But after that initial day of just sitting, I mean, it's literally as easy as opening the box and plugging it in and putting your food in there. It's incredibly simple. It's great for groceries, great for drinks. You can keep produce in there. You can keep fruits and vegetables in there, drinks. You can freeze stuff. Heck, you can keep ice cream in there. We used to have to cut our trips short because we would have to go back into town, go buy ice. And we were having this crazy problem where in the early days, you know, with ice and stuff, our food was getting soggy, our bread was getting ruined, bacon, I mean, you name it, everything inside here would just eventually just get waterlogged. And we were having to use dry bags to keep our food in. And then, you know, the ice, it would only stay good for about a day or so roughly, and you'd have to be going back into town to go get more ice. And when you're out in the Ozarks and Arkansas, you don't really have that luxury. There's not just going to be some ice shack 2 miles down the road when you're, you know, 15 miles from civilization. And this is exactly what you need for extended stays. And I think that this refrigerator is perfect for your weekend warrior or every, you know, once a week or something like that, camping 3 or 4 days at a time. If you're gonna take any extended type of trips and you're wanting to take a lot of food, I would maybe consider one of the larger models, and I'd be excited to try one of those out as well. I mean, I wanna compare the 55 liter with my IceCo 55 liter. I think that would be a great comparison. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this unit, and if it's something that you'd buy at $160, or is it too much for you? I think this is perfect for the person who is just building their first build for overlanding, is building an overlanding rig or setup on a budget, or even just car camping, van life, whatever. This thing is incredibly versatile. It's incredibly robust, and it works seamlessly, quietly. Is it as quiet as my $900 fridge? I would say even in comparison to our $700-800 IceCo fridge, that this refrigerator is equally quiet, if not more quiet. It doesn't require as much power to boot up and to keep maintaining because it's quite a bit smaller. It's a lot less surface area to keep cool, especially on really hot summer days. So I think in terms of sound, this is definitely a check mark for me. Is it as efficient? I really think that it's just as efficient as our other fridge is because it's quite a bit smaller. It takes a lot less to keep it cool. It cools incredibly well. It cools incredibly fast. At about 15 to 20 minutes or so, you're talking from at 75 degrees down to -4 degrees, which is pretty awesome. That's about on standard with what our other refrigerator does. If I were just starting my overlanding journey, or if I were trying to build my setup on a budget, this refrigerating unit is absolutely something I would very seriously consider. The amount of money that I'm gonna save versus a $900 or $800 refrigerator and still get almost the exact same efficiency out of this one as I would out of that one, hands down, this is something I would purchase.